Listen, people. My name is Reuben Thompson. Some might call me Airman Reuben James Thompson. However, I was recently convicted of trespassing at Bob's Food Mart in Citrus County, Florida, on the Canto Highway. I purchased some scratch-off tickets at the gas station, turned around, got attacked by a guy, got upset I got attacked, and then the cashier walked around the counter and pushed me. So, I was angry. Now, she told me she was calling the cops, and she was going to trespass me, and that was fine. I didn't care if I ever went back. However, I was irritated, and I planned on waiting for the cops to get there so I could give them my statement. So, while scratching the scratch-offs in the parking lot, I got attacked by this woman. She pushed me, and this little guy started screaming out all kind of foolishness. And I told him if he wanted to try me, to try his luck. And I continued to scratch my scratch-offs. I never hit anybody. I might have yelled back, but I never hit nobody. Anyway, I kept walking, made it down to about the pharmacy part of this parking lot, not knowing that the parking lot was one unit, apparently, because they're all connected and have one owner, whatever. Anyway, so the sheriff showed up, and the sheriff said, "Hey, buddy, come talk to me," because he had been to my house a few times. Matter of fact, both of them had been to my house a few times prior to this incident for my neighbor's dogs running across the street barking at me. Anyway, so I'm talking to this cop, explaining to him what was transpiring, and then the guy at Bob's Food Mart sitting there screaming violence, aggression at me. Right now, granted, we're like 100 feet apart with a sheriff right in front of my face. So I scream back, whatever. Next thing you know, I'm getting body slammed and arrested for trespassing and resisting arrest without violence. So I show up to court. Well, no, before that. One, I represented myself, and they say only a fool represents herself. And maybe that's true because I've had a previous case with the United States Army, and it made it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court denied my motion. What do they call it? A cite? Something like that. Anyway, they denied my motion as a veteran, so my motion didn't form a prosperous, and they accepted my petition. However, the Army waived their rights, and then the Supreme Court denied my case. Now, I don't understand how they can call it justice for all when you're the petitioner and your respondent waives their rights and you deny a case. Sounds wrong. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, I get convicted of trespassing because when I show up to court, the people that were in this alleged confrontation, only one of them was there, which was the cashier that pushed me. But see, I had put in a motion for the videotapes, and the judge denied my motion. So it's like, I'm a victim at a gas station, and I motioned for evidence, and you deny my motion. Now, had it been a robbery where I was robbing that gas station at that particular time, the video would be available for the public to see. But since I was a victim at that gas station, the judge denied me the video. Okay? Now, I went to court and I got convicted of trespassing and resisting arrest without violence. And thank God I didn't have a weapon on me, or they would have convicted me of a felony and took away my veterans benefits. But so the judge enhanced my sentence based on an incident that happened 20 years prior in Church Street Station, which was a crime in which the military took over. The United States Air Force at Patrick Air Force Base took that case from Orlando Church Street Station, and they punished me, gave me Article 15. They took 2 stripes away from me. It made me start from the beginning, and I still made it to senior airman. However, this judge in 2020, was it 2000? No, it might have been 2019, August 2019. The judge in August of 2019 in Citrus County, Florida, charged me with a misdemeanor and convicted me and made me serve 78 days in Citrus County Jail, in which I incurred an injury upon one of my hands. Now, they wouldn't give me no band-aids for 3 days, right? So, the wound healed. Next thing you know, my fingers started to get infected around the fingernail. Next thing you know, my whole finger was inflamed. And, I got another story, but I won't tell you about it right now. But, anyway, so they finally saw me after 7 days. Now, granted, they're billing me for medical treatment, right? I guess they didn't start billing me until after they started treating me, which was 7 days into this progressively worse ailment. Anyway, so on the 8th day, 7th day, I don't know, they told me that I contracted MRSA, and then they started giving me antibiotics, which I had to pay for, and it didn't work. So then they started giving me another antibiotics, and it didn't work. So then they started giving me a third antibiotic. Well, before they gave me the third antibiotic, they told me, they said, listen, you can either buy this third antibiotics, or we could just cut your finger off now. Now, granted, it's my wedding finger, and I've been divorced twice, and I don't really trust too much right now, but I told him, if someone has to cut this finger off, I'm going to cut my own damn finger off. Anyway, so while in jail, one of my cellmates was like, hey man, your finger's pretty messed up, let me see it. And he was like, yeah, that's horrible. I couldn't make a fist. Matter of fact, I had the infection on my foot, and my foot was messed up, so really I only had like one good hand and one good foot. So, the next morning, I was watching TV, and apparently he didn't want to hear it. I didn't care, because I felt like it was morning. Sun was up. So, he got mad, went in the bathroom, called me out. So, I choked him for a bit after he hit me. He tapped out. I debated on whether I should. I mean, I don't understand. If you're in jail and someone attacks you, right? If someone calls you out to fight you, and then they swing and hit you first, and you choke them, right? And they tap out, are you supposed to let them go? Or do you just keep choking them? Anyway, I was choking this guy, and he was tapping. And I was asking myself, am I supposed to let him go? Or should I just keep choking him? So, I let him go, and he rolled away. He hid under the toilet. And then his buddy came and saved him. But then he got brave and wanted to fight more. So he hit me some more, and then he ran the fuck out the damn bathroom. Like a bitch. So I told him, It wasn't over. Now, granted, this motherfucker must have outweighed me by 100 pounds. Must have been about 12 inches taller. But he might have been taller than that. But I don't give a fuck. I would beat the shit out of that motherfucker. But granted, I was in jail. And I got to get out on bond. So I'm on bond. But that's beside the point. The point is that they don't call it double jeopardy. They call it an enhanced sentence. So you're not getting tried for the same crime. You're getting punished for the crime without being tried for it. Right? So my case that made it to the Supreme Court was a quadruple jeopardy that transpired between the United States Air Force and the United States Army, but the United States Supreme Court wouldn't hear it because they wanted to listen to these guys talk about not being able to buy a cake at a fucking bakery because they were gay. So I'm frustrated and angry, and as a United States Air Force war veteran with the honorable discharge, when they speak of the Constitution, I think of their exemptions to the American with Disability Act in the United States, and I think of the United States federal government's exemption from America with Disability Act's amendment and HIPAA Act. I'm very disgruntled, and I have no outlet. I have no recourse. I have no resources available because every agency designed to protect our rights as United States citizens outside of the state aspect is a federal agency, and they don't bite their self. So, in the end, God's the final judge. And the reality is, the Supreme Court accepted my petition. Therefore, they can reactivate my case at any time. I guess given they knew where the hell I was at. But prior to my disappearance, I guess I'm not really disappeared because the court knows where I'm at. But, I mean, I've been incarcerated, released, kicked out of my place. My place has been taken, incarcerated, kicked out my place. My place has been taken. So, I don't want it to be a sequence. I'm just saying that justice is not so just. And, they got a lot of private prisons. There's a lot of judges that have shares in private prisons. So the more bodies, the more money. I mean, it's like business. Who wants to cheat themselves, right? Well, they say God doesn't cheat himself either. So, in the end. But for now, I'm living in this unjust system. And I'm trying to cope with what's transpiring. But, I don't really have the answer. I got some wicked music. And I love to play. Not wicked like evil. Wicked like stupid good. I got the music say, my music sings to me, whispers me melody. My music talks to me, speaks loud and clearly. My music, my music, my music, my music. It's not mine at all. It's a gift from joy given to me to bless me. It seems so Hallelujah, Lord. Thank you. In Jesus' name. Amen.